Hi everybody, it's Mark McGraw. Hey, as you're getting ready for any kind of conference or event or a program that you're going to attend and participate, for example, I'll use the upcoming Sandler Summit, the Sandler Selling Summit. I want you to think about going into an experience like that and being very deliberate about what you're going to do. I'm going to walk you through how I do it. You can do this any way you want. I invest tens of thousands of dollars a year. Usually $30,000 to $50,000 a year in myself. I want to make sure that I maximize that investment, and so I developed a bit of a process for how I go do it. Again, you do it any way you want. Take what you want from the following and implement it in your life when you go out to go work on maximizing a conference. So first thing I would encourage you, no matter what, is be deliberate in terms of what you want to get out of an event. And one suggestion I have is make a list of 3 major things that you want to get out of the experience. Here's the list I put together for you. And you can ask yourself, what must be true for this to be a successful event? So one thing, and again, you wouldn't do all of these, but you might say, hey, look, I want 3 good prospecting ideas. I want 3 good closing ideas. I want to improve my ability to close. And so I want to be on the lookout for those types of things. Maybe if you're running a business, a marketing idea, an operations idea, or 2 or 3 of those things. And again, you're making 3 headers, if you will, of what you want to maximize the event. And it could be any of these that you would pick from, okay? Like when we do it, we say, okay, I want 3 training ideas. What can I learn from someone else that I can bring back to our clients and make the training experience even better? This is a big one. What mindsets do I see in other people that I want to adopt? Okay, and so what's one mindset or one belief system that I can copy and paste and bring into our own life? Do I just want to recharge my batteries and connect with people? I know, when we go to our Sandler events, I always leave feeling better and feeling charged up. It just is inspirational to me. So that might be a topic. And so all the kinds of things that you might be able to put in there, people that you want to meet. One of our clients at the Sandler Summit a few years ago met somebody in the elevator. They're in the elevator, and the guy looks at the guy in the elevator and says, I think this is where we give each other our elevator pitch. Turns out that guy became his #1 client the following year. So that connection of being purposeful in terms of 3-footing people and getting out and extending your comfort zone and connecting with other people. Good thing to go do. Be deliberate, #1. Okay? #2, during the program, during the event, this is how I take notes. I find sometimes I kind of got to go through this with people because they don't necessarily have an organized way of taking notes. Here's my system. Use it if you like. So when I type my notes, but you can handwrite them, whatever you like, and they're just a list, okay? But it's a list that's very specific. When you see a prospecting idea, you might do this. You might, in your notes, actually put the letter P in a circle alongside the note and say, that's a good prospecting idea to ask when you set up a meeting, who else should be in the meeting? So if that's something that you hear somebody say, I want to remember that, it's a prospecting idea that goes back to our list of things that we want to accomplish, and you have a note of it. So when you're done, you've got a running list of all of the things, and this is just a screenshot of it right here. You're going to have a running list of all of the things, and you're going to have all of the prospecting items already organized, all of your selling items already organized, all of the things that you want to get out of the conference are already categorized, because as you've been taking the notes, you've been putting down a letter that represents one of your goals. If there's a mindset thing or an attitude thing, you might write the letter A or M and circle it. And now you've got organized notes that you can scan back through and look at. I type them in because I can type while people are speaking, but everybody's different. You can put it in a spreadsheet. You can sort it when you're done if you want. It's entirely up to you, but I encourage you, do things like this. If it's a to-do item, put a box, like a to-do box. If it's something really important, you might put an exclamation mark or 2, so that when you're done and you come back and you debrief, now I'm going to go to the next step here. We're going to go do the debrief. When you look back over your notes, now you can say one of the 4 things, okay? So we're now on the next step here after the event's over, usually just like right when it's over. Can I do something quick? Like there's a book you want to buy. Okay, do it. Scratch it off. That's the first thing that you can do as you're debriefing. Second thing, can I delegate this to somebody? Assign it. Okay, it's up to you if you can do that. Number 3, what do I need to dump? Here's the thing about this. When you go to an event, you're going to find 20% of the notes that you take are really going to make 80% of the impact. So don't be afraid to say, that was a nice idea at the moment, glad I wrote it down, I don't need to do anything with it, I need to move on. Okay? And then the last item here is there a longer term project or a to-do that you need to work on? So maybe it's a series of steps. You thought about a new marketing initiative that you wanted to implement or launch or something like that. So it gives you an idea then of how to organize your notes and debrief once you're all done, okay? And so I put it in a spreadsheet. I type it in as I'm doing it. You can do it if you like, it's up to you. And then I just do some sorts and reorganizations of the spreadsheet, but again, that's me. What you want to be able to do for sure is to organize your notes so that when you're done, you're going back to the items that you set out to go do and said, what are my 3 best prospecting ideas? What are my 3 best marketing ideas? And you then can tie those items from the conference back to what your original goals were, and now you've completed the circle. And that's a wonderful place to be. Lastly, at the end of the day, we got to go do the stuff, okay? And so at the end of the day, you got to go do the things and find ways to either get things in your calendar as far as when you're done, what are the top actions you're going to take, put them in your calendar, put them on your to-do list, make them part of what you're executing as far as your plans, okay? And so it really has been a remarkable experience. We've implemented so many things over the years that have helped our business grow and that has helped me personally and professionally when we follow a good system for learning and growth. And so this is your roadmap for how to go do it, okay? It's pretty straightforward. I look forward to hearing what your lessons learned are and what your goals are, and let's be intentional about maximizing every experience we have, but especially this upcoming conference that we've got right around the corner. Thanks.